Last time on Pokemon, we went from the Celadon City department store, beat the shit out of the gym trainers, and then beat the shit out of Erica's team, and then healed. Yeah, last time on Pokemon, we did all of that, and it was really, turbo easy because, Cause I had an Arcanine and a Fearow. So, there is that. And in today's episode of Pokemon, we're gonna do two things. First is the much more pressing matter. And that pressing matter is gambling. So we're gonna take this old man. Blew it all in the slots. The Rocket Game Corner. Sold a Sylph Scope. Yeah, we can wait on the Sylph Scope for now. It's gambling time. No, that's where the song comes from. We don't have a coin case. There's an NPC that'll give us a coin case. It's funny that this is where the song that I've heard in so many goddamn videos comes from. Give me a moment where I figure out where to. Maybe this Team Rocket guy. I'm guarding the poster. Okay, man. You can guard the poster. Alright. It's time. Jesus! Arcanine, you need to step up your fucking game. Holy shit. We need to get you a flamethrower. God. Dang! Homeboy. I better tell boss. I mean, I don't want to do that right now, though. It's cool that it's uncovered, though. City of Rainbow Dreams. Somewhere around here, there's an NPC that will give us the... If only every day were like this. And we are back. I have partially figured out where yup, there we go. So now we have a coin case, which then we can use to go to the slots, play the Poke slots. And I actually do know what I want to get from the slots afterwards. So I want to get Mystic Water, Charcoal. I want to get Mystic Water and Charcoal because Charcoal increases fire moves. Mystic Water does the same for water moves. We don't have any grass types currently on our team, so I don't need to worry about obtaining a Miracle Seed. But I want to get Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Ziflaminwaffer. And I don't really care about getting any of them on. Although I will say, depending on which version you're going off of, some of the mons are going to be easier to get. Porygon is going to be a slightly lower level, but it's going to not be the maximum amount of gambling coins you can get. Although Scyther will not be available. It is what it is. And yes, we can actually get coins before we even start gambling. So, I believe right here, boom, 10 coins. Then it's in one of these tiles. Another easy 10 coins. $20 coins. Another 10 coins. Another 10 coins. 100 coins. Another easy 10 coins in the bag. 40 coins, which is an off number. $10 more coins. Another 10 coins. And 20 coins. As well as we can get some free coins from we can get some easy free coins from some of the individuals that we can talk to at the Pokies. Easy 10 coins right there. $20 coins. And 20 coins. Now, I swear, if you ever went to an actual casino, or the Pokies, as they refer to them in Australia, if you ever went to the fucking casino, nobody's gonna give you coins. Nobody's gonna give you coins. Absolutely nobody is going to just give you coins for free to spend at the machines or to gamble, unless it's your friends. Your friends, you know, they might throw you a bone like, you lost everything, you're a fucking idiot. So we have 300 coins right now, which is not bad. Now, to get what we want for me to get what I want, we're gonna need 14,000 coins. So, instead of subjecting you to, me gambling my life away, I'm gonna, you know, we're just gonna skip to when I have the money. Okay, after fucking who knows how long of gambling, I think it's time that I get the first of the items that you... No, I don't want a smoke ball. Give me the charcoal. And give me mystic water. And it sucks that you can't hold more than 999. Because I need more than 999 of these coins. So, yes, I want Ice Beam. And I want Thunderbolt. I need more coins. I can show you the method of, the method. So here's what we do. Is I go all in. I look at the little Clefairy down there. As it, and I use it as a metronome, which is funny because that's a special move. And then I, doesn't work all the time, but it does help with getting jackpots. So every time its sprite does the down position, I hit the button. So, see, there you go. That's how you earn. You may not get a jackpot, but it does help. See, it doesn't work all the time, but it works. I'll see you guys when I'm back. Holy crap! Finally, I have 999 coins again. I am an old man now. But it means I can finally turn off this fucking Psychosis soundtrack. Holy crap! Like, genuinely, Psychosis soundtrack. Oh my god. Genuinely, that was the Psychosis soundtrack. But now that that's over, it means that we can do something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Now that we have... Fuck you, phone. Now that we have TMs, I can give... God. Oh my god. Oh my god. So hey, it's me, Cactar here, and I had a bit of an error. So you may notice Fenrir is now a Arcanine, and has Flamethrower, among other things, and the fact that we are in Team Rocket's hideout. Now I don't know how long my mic was unplugged, but I do know that a lot of the footage that I was just talking over post me coming back and, like, you know, trying to grind out the slots is gone, and, well, not gone, but really unusable because I am silent during it. I could try and re-record over what I said, but I don't really want to do that. I think that's a lame cop-out, so instead of doing that, I'm just going to go from here, and we will keep going. So yeah, just to update you on what happened, I may flash on the screen a little bit of some clips of exactly what happened. I got the TMs that I wanted. I grinded the fuck out of I grinded the hell out of the fucking games to get those TMs. And I also was able to get the charcoal and miracle water that I wanted. So now our Arcanine, I also leveled up our Growlithe into an Arcanine. So now Fenrir has Flamethrower as part of his kit, which has been doing wonders. Josuke here now has Ice Beam as part of his kit, as well as he is holding Mystic Water. Arcanine is holding Charcoal, and then Zinogre has Thunderbolt. Is not really holding on to any items, but yeah, essentially that's what happened. And then after that, I started braving this area. So yeah, that's essentially the breakdown of what I did and how I got to this specific point. I know not all of the episode I am completely silent, so you'll see the before part of when I start gambling, and then you'll see just this. But I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about from before. What I just sort of restate what I said. So, yeah, no, this YouTube series that I'm doing has been really, it's been a whole lot of fun, and it has helped me. One of the goals of this was for me to rediscover what I enjoy about Pokemon, relearning how to love Pokemon, because for years I had fallen out of enjoying it post Sword and Shield. It was Sword and Shield that was like the nail in the coffin for me, and this is me learning again to love the series, because my friends love it. My friends still really like Pokemon, like all of them, and honestly, it kind of sucks that I'm the only guy that's like, I don't like it out of the group. I mean, there's obviously like, oh, this is good, this is bad, but like, I don't know, it kind of sucked being the guy that was like, yeah, it ain't Gen 5 though. Which, I mean, fair enough, it was, like, the new shit ain't Gen 5 though, but also, not everything can be Gen 5, right? Like, I wasn't saying that as my argument for all of Pokemon being bad or terrible or whatever, but like, I don't know, whenever Pokemon came up as a topic of conversation, I was never saying anything particularly good about it post Sword Shield or anything. So this is me going back to sort of relearn what I enjoy about it. And honestly, I think this has been a very successful endeavor of mine, because one, I am having a lot of fun doing this sort of video. This has been a lot of fun for me. It's been pretty relaxing. And also, I've been rewatching the anime. Not the new one, but the old one. The old one that aired all the way back in 1995 and later 2000. I was watching that one because that's the one I grew up with. That's the one that my mom rented off Redbox while she was in fucking Baltimore, and I was hanging out with my grandpa. And so that's the one I remember watching. And I'm a weird guy when it comes to my shit. I've been seeing a lot of like posts about, oh, here's this cool battle that happens way later in the anime. Oh, here's this battle that happens in Diamond and Pearl. Oh, here's this battle that happens in X and Y. Here's Ash Greninja absolutely going fucking Insano style all over the damn arena. Here's fucking some wild ass clip from Sun and Moon. I'm seeing all that. I'm like, yo, that's cool, but I want to know the context. What leads into that? I was always a guy like that. With Gundam, instead of going into something like Seed, which I fucking hate Seed, which is actually hilariously me saying that is how I learned my microphone was off. Instead of being the person that, instead of like, you know, watching the new stuff and be like, oh yeah, I like this based off the new stuff, I'll go back and watch whatever was the original. Which is why I ended up watching the original 1979 anime for Gundam all the way through. Granted, I was watching the dub that later came. I was watching the dub that later came. That was on Toonami, but I'd say that's a quality dub. Honestly, I say what you want about dubs. I'd say it's quality. It's a pretty decent quality dub. The subs versus dubs debate is kind of stupid in my opinion. Just let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. Let people watch things in a way that... Let people watch things in a way that they want to watch it. The only time I'll ever trash on a dub is if it's specifically going out of its way to change a line or something and just making it worse or something along the lines of that. I get recontextualization and changing lines for the sake of, oh, if it's a comedy anime, changing the line to be something that would actually be funny to us in the States, or I get doing that, and because some things just can't be translated. Some concepts just don't exist in the West. So you need to do a little bit of recontextualization and sort of figuring out, you know, what would fit in best. You know, that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to translating. And for the most part, when it comes to localization, I have nothing but respect for those who go out of their way to try and localize a piece of media that is not where they're from. Because honestly, it has to be a lot of hard work. I'm gonna be 100% with you. Localizing anything has to be a lot of hard work. And a lot of these people don't get enough credit for their work. In all honesty, they should be. I feel like localizers should be getting an equal amount of credit to that of the voice actor, or maybe not an equal, but I feel like localizers should get a little bit more recognition for their work. Because I feel like they get a lot of. Because I feel like localizers get a lot of flack for their work if it's bad. And I think that is... I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that is very much a good thing. You should totally give a localizer flack if they're not doing their job, if they're not localizing the damn anime. But, at the same time, I feel like we should give them their flowers when they deserve it. Which is just my personal opinion on that matter. When they deserve it, they should definitely get the props and the recognition that they deserve. Had to lock in for a second. But that's my personal opinion on stuff like that and how people tend to treat localization and all of that. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and in the case of... And sometimes the big companies don't even want something localized. Sometimes there is a genuine effort by people by the localizers to bring something over that the big companies will say no to. My favorite example being this with Age Tech and Shadow Tower Abyss. Shadow Tower Abyss being a game by FromSoft, and Age Tech at the time being essentially the guys that would go out of their way to localize every FromSoft game. Think your Armored Cores and all that. It would be Age Tech localizing it. Well, Age Tech wanted to localize a game called Shadow Tower Abyss. Unfortunately, with that, Sony was like, hey, this is not going to make money. So, what essentially ended up going down is H-Tech kind of had to... They had to stop. Even though they really wanted to... How can you not see the beauty of refill? That's a good nap. They had to stop even though they really wanted to make... They wanted to bring over Shadow Tower Abyss to a Western audience because they were thinking that it would sell really well. It's a fantasy game, but it has guns and shit. And me personally, I think it's really cool. And there is an actual translation of Shadow Tower Abyss that is out there. And so if you ever want to play Shadow Tower Abyss, there is a way for you to do it on official hardware and on via emulation, which companies like Nintendo may not be the most happy about, but honestly, it's at the point where you can't be so against emulation if you're the ones using it. That's right, I'm calling out you, Nintendo. You're using emulation and you fucking hate emulation. Right? You know Mario 3D All-Stars, you remember that? I could tell that Super Mario Sunshine was emulated. You wanna know how I know? When you emulate Super Mario Sunshine on a computer, when you go to pause the game lags. When, that same lag is there in the Nintendo Switch version of Mario 3D All-Stars. When you go to pause that game, it lags the fuck out. Same lag. They just upscaled the game. That's all they did. Additionally, apparently, in their museums and shit that they have, like, you know, they're like, oh, look at the old Nintendo consoles. Apparently, they're using emulators there, too. It's a situation where it's like, it's fine for thee, or it's fine for me, but not for thee. And it's kind of shitty. You should probably embrace emulation, because there are a lot of these old games that you don't sell no more. And I guess in recent years, Nintendo kind of has been embracing emulation in a way. Because there is the online, there is Nintendo Online, and there is all of that. And that's how you can play FireRed on the Switch, which I am not doing because I don't want to pay extra for Switch Online. I mean, I already pay for Switch Online, but I don't want to pay for the X-Pack pack. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If it was just there in base online, I'd be like, hell yeah! I'd be playing this bitch off of that. But for the amount of money extra that you have to buy the expansion pack on top of Switch Online, it's a no from me, dog. I'm just being honest with you. Like genuinely. When it comes to the online expansion pack, I'm not that big of a fan of it. And holy crap, dude, somebody must have put a fucking coin in me, because I'm going and I am not stopping. Woo! And here's Giovanni. Hi, Squidward. So, I must say, I'm impressed you got here. Team Rocket captures Pokémon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of pain. Hey, that's a pretty good Fallout mod. Boss Giovanni. Onyx flinched. Onyx got taken down by a fire type. Yeah, we'll keep Fenrir on field. I think Fenrir can take it. Take a Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn flinched. Holy crap, this guy's finna get sweeped. I don't even think I'm over leveled for this. Kangaskhan? Dude, Kangaskhan's finna flinch. Okay. Okay, Kangaskhan. You can get your flowers. You can get your flowers. Damn! That punch was mega. But that poison point was also mega. I think we need to put in our bulk. Our wall. You know what's one wall you can't crawl? Josuke. Try and punch the turtle. What happens? You get poisoned. Ha! It wasn't even Josuke that took him out. It was the fucking poison. This can't be! I see that you raise your Pokémon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again. Yeah, we got the Silph Scope! Which means we can get the hell out of here. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Are you lost, you little mouse? Nah, man, I'm not that lost. Grimer. Oh, he's minimizing. He just became a tiny PNG. Oh my god, he's fucking... It's what happens when you fucking compress and then stretch out an image on fucking... You ever do that in MS Paint? Compress an image, and then enlarge it, compress it, enlarge it, compress it, enlarge it. At least there's no recoil when you miss. I think... Oh no. Not this. Thank you, Fenrir! That was gonna get sad if Fenrir couldn't hit, and then that was gonna get... Ooh, I'm glad it didn't. We won, go suck a dick! Hell yeah. Let's get the hell out of here. It's fucking Pokies. Pokey slot machine. Actually, I think it would be a bit wrong for us to save our game and end here. Don't you think? That's what I think. So Gee, thanks. Glug glug. Gulp. If you want to go to save for it, you can go on through. I'll share oh my god, is this the way to Saffron? Oh my god! That's the Saffron City. That's not where I was trying to go. I was not trying to go to Saffron City. I think we technically can skip Lavender Town. Can you? I don't know. I actually forgot if you can, but next episode we will be taking on Lavender Town and finishing off that story thread. And then probably going to Saffron City, because Lavender Town is such a tiny piece of the equation when it comes to this game. So we are going to run our happy ass all the way back. Yes, we have a bike. Actually, that's on me for, Is the guy back? No, he's not back. So, next episode, we will be taking on Lavender Town. And hopefully not getting Lavender Town Syndrome. Doll Syndrome. To those of you who have played Hack GU, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say Doll Syndrome. But yes, hopefully we... You know what? I'm fucking 21. I'm 21. I don't know why it took me so long to say the one part. I'm 21, dude. I'm not gonna get Lavender Town Syndrome. Also, it's impossible to get in the FireRed version, I think. To those of you that know about Lavender Town Syndrome, you're real ones. You're real ones. It's not real, though. It's not real, though. Anyways, I have been Cactar, and I will see you next time.